Hello everybody and welcome to this rest day episode of more Banter Blitz. Following Peter Svidler, this is an impossible gig to follow. It's as if you followed up, I don't know, David Letterman with America's Funniest Home Videos. That's right, I do think that I can compete with America's Funniest Home Videos. Anyway, this is Banter Blitz, where you can challenge me to a game of 3 or 5 minute chess, or whatever, frankly. Challenge me to a 1 minute game, ish don't care, and we will hopefully play some lovely chess game, as long as you're a Chess24 premium member. If you're not, you can become one by using my bonus code YANISTAN. Enter it at checkout on chess24.com premium. Get 15% off, or take advantage of one of the current Norway chess promotions. Chess24 has decided we only have like 8 Chess24 logos on screen, so it would be a great idea if we put the 9th one on my t-shirt. There you go. These are also the beautiful t-shirts you can win during our Norway chess coverage if you answer the quiz questions that we don't know the answers to ourselves. Anyway, let's play chess, shall we? Ricola is suggesting a forehead tattoo. I don't think that's a bad idea, or maybe a neck tattoo to get started. What was this Neil Brennan joke? A face tattoo is your way of saying minimum wage is good for me? You could argue being a Banter Blitzer is the same thing already, so you don't need to double down on it. My Manhattan here is playing e4, b6, d4, bishop b7, bishop to... what's that square called? d3, c5. I shall protect my full pawn center, because that's what I was told to do. Tech Jan is working through some issues here while playing a 3-minute game. That's always smart. Almost there. Here we go. Knight to c6. Down to 2 minutes, so this should still be very fine, because I just played the expert move a3, stopping him from taking and putting his horsey on the b4 square. I don't know what he's doing here. The c4, queen c7 looks somewhat shady to me, but I can't say that I have a lot of expertise in the subtleties of going b6, bishop to b7. Knight b3 maybe. I thought I should probably just go away and hope for the best from there. What are we discussing? Vuros G is saying, hi Jan from Athens, Greece. Hi to Athens, Greece. h6. I'm starting to get the impression that he has put thought into this, which is not very fair. At least I'm playing quickly. f5 I'm not sure I like, but maybe it's all part of this cunning plan to checkmate me on the g file, which is not too bad a plan actually. Maybe 1 b6 is the answer to all the questions I thought I never had, but in reality was just afraid to ask. Now h5 or some rook to g8. I like this position. I believe. Now it's gone. I thought I was slowly adapting Peter Svidler's verbal cadence, but I think we're safe now. I'm back to my usual robotic voice, my usual professionalism of never switching on my phone before shows, so it's all the way we're used to. I'm getting crushed here, I don't like it. Come on. Let's go for some action. So e5, bishop f5. I'm hoping that at least this will distract him a little bit from his cruel intentions of checkmating me. And possibly something good could happen. Somewhere around here. I'm not all that confident that I can speak any English whatsoever. Or that my position is any good. Well, you know how it is. Hanging around. Don't crush me, Newman. Take your time. Bishop g3. Queen on h4 could be pretty bad news. But it's not exactly checkmate yet, so he might have gotten a little overzealous there. First of all, I have bishop h3, and knight g6 does stop the queen from coming to h4, at least for the time being. Okay, I should not lose on the time being, so better make some moves. Even if these are terrible, terrible moves. "22 seconds. Breathe in, breathe out. I can't handle this kind of tension at my advanced age. Did I switch the mic on? This looks like a safe pre-move. Take your time, sir. It's a complicated position. Any mistake could be fatal at this stage. That's just sad. He was ahead on the clock, on the board, on the queen side, on the king side, in the center, and then it all fell to pieces. And I want to apologize for both the level of chess and the level of bantering in this very game. Let's see if I can do better in the next game. But don't get your hopes up. Let me play FIDE Master. Raffaello. He's a sweet player. No chocolate whatsoever. Still very sweet. Plays the Benoni. As we all know, the Benoni means son of sorrow. This is a system I like. Knight e2, knight g3, bishop e2. You delay f3 until you really need to do it. And I thought white gets a very pleasant game here. Get the pieces out. The thing is, it's very similar to these same-ish King's Indians, where white commits to the move. And what's the move called? f3 early on. But here we kind of don't have to, so I thought black has a harder time creating any type of counterplay. But Mr. Raffaello seems to know what he's doing. I, as usual, sort of winging it. Therefore, tough struggle is still ahead. Bishop b5. I can never decide when the time has come to go f4 in these positions, and when one should take it nice and slow. Is e5 a move already? Chess is very tough. That's always the conclusion I come to. I want to go f4, but then h6, bishop h4. Here's this knight takes e4 tactic. Then again, there's some stuff hanging over here. Maybe it doesn't work. So knight e4, bishop d8, knight d2, bishop takes c7. And it looks like I'm taking more pieces than he's taking. What's happening in all the chats? At the Chess24 chat, the Twitch chat, Fortnite chat. Everything you need to have opened. I have here. Moses Poses, subscribe with Twitch Prime. Thank you, Moses Poses. In the Chess24 chat, we have Pramod NVS taking another break from his busy and rich family life to come hang out with us. This is very appreciated, Pramod. I should start focusing. I'll be upset if I lose this game, and I'm not sure how well I've been doing. Maybe it's time. It's time to do something. But my pieces are a bit all over the place. Maybe something's gone wrong already. Okay, let's do the classic Benoni breakthrough, which I will admit has probably been executed in better circumstances than the one currently on the board. But it's a very typical theme. You go e5, d, knight, e4, and hope that good things will happen to you. They might not, however. Then I'd be sad. d6 was my deep tactical point, hopefully threatening d takes c7 and knight takes f6. But after rook takes d6, I'm fairly not very sure what this whole operation was about. I'm probably gonna have to go knight d6, queen e2, rook e2, and pretend it was all part of the master plan. But was it? He's thinking, am I missing some random result of my very deep play? Rook b2 I can take here. What's the point? Maybe there is no point. Maybe I just successfully confused Raffaello. Takes, knight takes, rook takes. Oh, maybe. This can't be very difficult. Come on, Jan. Focus. Anything looks winning, but I'm still scared. I wish I could think. I'm very annoyed. I can't even calculate a way to take all the pieces here. Okay, I shouldn't lose on time either. This is one of the sadder moments of my life because I know it's a +6 position where I just have to take pieces. But instead I stare at it for 5 minutes and then make some random move. It's upsetting, what can I tell you? This is just tilt at this point. He's also not making a lot of sense, but since I'm playing so slowly and badly, yeah, this won't end well. This was shameful. This was really shameful. Let's restart the show. Hello everybody, welcome to Banter Blitz. I'm Jan Gustafsson. I'm a very strong grandmaster. The German #2, my FIDE rating is 2645, as you can probably tell by all my tremendous previous Blitz games, where I've been crushing people, showing deep understanding of how to take rooks and knights and not lose on time. So I think we'll have a fun time together. You can challenge me to a 3 or 5 minute game if you happen to be a Chess24 Premium member. If not, you can become one using the bonus code Yanistan. Growing community of Yanistanians out there who really appreciate my level of focus, being able to take pieces, not hang pieces, all that good stuff. So let's see if we already have any challenges out there. And wow, we have a Grandmaster. Grandmaster Aram 2001 Ras. That's Aram Hakobian from Armenia. We play a 3-minute game, which is my specialty, because I am very sharp and quick toward the end of games. He's playing some weird line. I'll take the pawn. And now I'll put the horsey here and see what Aram has in store for us. He takes. I will recapture the piece by playing d5. And now maybe I should develop some of my thingies. This, I guess, is a theoretical position. It's not one I ever really looked at because, frankly, it doesn't look very threatening. And who has the time? Well, cameraman Peter Svidler has entered the building to, I don't know what he's doing. He's taking something, I assume is cocaine, from off the table. And now disappears quietly. Didn't say a word, didn't say hi. I hope he will apologize later for not saying a word or hi. Is this all theory? You're playing this as if this was like a well-known thing. Maybe it is. What am I supposed to do? Is h6 a good move? How bad can it be? Spills is asking, Jan, do you think the Warriors can get it done or too many injuries? I don't know, man. I'm starting to doubt things a bit. Rook e8 doesn't look very on point. But the pawn is hanging. Maybe I can just go here. Bishop c6 is no threat. Yeah, that looks like a half-sensible move. The point is bishop c6, knight e5, queen g2. It's checkmate. And if I'm in time to get all my people coordinated here, I should have a pretty decent position, I thought. Knight d2. I do not believe that what you are doing is sound, sir. But I have been proven wrong many a time before. I want to go f4, bishop back to h4. Then can I take on d3? It's probably not really in the spirit of the position. But it's a pawn. My queen will get a little sidetracked here. And he is saying, I hope you enjoy your extra pawn while I'm checkmating you. Which is a fair line of reasoning, I guess. But the answer is yes, I would do much more extreme things for a simple pawn grab than this. Which is why I'm such a great chess player. Bishop g5. Queen h3. Do I have to repeat moves? I don't want to. I'm steaming from the last game. I'll do it once, see if he goes along with it. Because Queen h4, I was hoping I could go here. I have to count things. Bishop c6, bishop g5, bishop b5, bishop h4. Yeah, not great. Getting crushed again, huh? Shouldn't have taken that pawn. All right. Come on, Jan. Find some will to live. To fight, at least. Somewhere. Deepen yourself. And don't lose every game, like a rank beginner. It's getting a little sad to watch. Okay. Thanks for the pep talk, Jan. Still can't think of a move. Wow, so aggressive. Kids these days. Oh, it works too. That's even worse. Just calmly letting my time run out. I'm annoyed. This is not an act. This is just sad. Pure sadness. That was an unfortunate pre-move, but it was sort of an unfortunate position. So yeah, good game. Aram 2001. Russ. Let's keep this going. Do we have more good players here? Cut all this out. Triple M. I think it was my seating position. Also, I'm mind-numbingly slow. So, chat, how you guys been? What's my rating these days? 3001. Wow, that's exciting. So this game is for all the 3000 marbles. I must defend the pawn. That's obvious to anybody. Some people say, bring the horsey. But I say, keep the horsey home. Put the pawn here. And then bring the horsey. My problem is I don't know theory if he goes for this aggressive stuff. e5, d5. Now, however, I can employ my plan of playing c4 and then bring the horsey. So this makes me happy, this bishop e6 move. d5, bishop g5, I believe. Theory continues, bishop e6, and you get some ending or something. Queen c7. Do I have to react to that? I don't want to. Maybe I should have. But I will hope to catch him in a lethal pin if he dares to take that pawn. You could argue about the lethality, that's a word, offset pin, but you shouldn't. So what are we missing? People are talking about tennis, I guess. What's going on? Roland Garros? I'm not much of a tennis head. Not sure why. Something about watching two people play a game one-on-one for hours straight just feels like such a big waste of time to me. I mean, if at least there was a board involved. I'm joking, tennis heads. But yeah, I haven't followed it very closely over the years. Which I think you didn't have to, because it's a bit like chess. The best players are always the same, right? I'm not sure why I put my knight on a3, but I've done stupider things than that today already, so don't feel too bad about it. It's always Nadal, Federer, Djokovic for the last 35, 40 years, right? And Makohan says the chess player, yeah, you can't sneak anything by you, Makohan 1. Too sharp. White Reigns is asking, why is it called Chess 24 and not Chess 25? That's another good question. We've had this discussion in the past. My main theory is that is because there's 24 squares on the chessboard and not 25. But then I counted the other day and it seems like there's a lot more squares than these 24 I thought there were. So at this point I'm sort of stuck in the research why it's called Chess 24. I don't know. Do you guys have any ideas? Chess 2019, that's not a bad name. Does sound timeless indeed. That's a good idea, I'll bring it up. Lockjaw Jones is saying it's because there's 24 seconds a minute. No, I think I've watched this TV show 24, and the way I understood it is there's like 45 minutes an hour, but there's 24 hours a day. So maybe that's what it's based on. And that you can play chess maybe on the side in all these 24 hours that the day has, except for the 2-3 hours per day where it's down for maintenance. So possibly chess 21 would be a better name. As for the game, yeah, who cares? I'm better now because my horsey made it all the way from a3 to d5, which is the greatest achievement of my day thus far. Creamstyle is saying you have to be at least 24 to understand Jan's humor. No, I think you have to have at least 2.4. How do you say it in English? In German we say promille, alcohol levels. Is that? I probably, because I'm so Americanized and they don't have the metric system. You count drunkenness levels differently, no? I don't know, but I think in Germany it would be 2.4 per mil. See, you really need to be smart to follow these tremendous comedic exploits. As for the position, yeah, it's still boring. Lar X is saying, in USA, you're not drunk if you can walk a straight line. That sounds like a pretty reasonable system. I haven't been very good at walking the line of talking nonsense while not blundering all my pieces today. So I'd like to apologize for it. Give me that file. Is this the type of position where you make some deep move like b4? Possibly. Not me though. Everybody back. Everybody further back. Okay, I'm running out of retreat squares here. So aggressive. Triple M. I should have tripled M. Okay, I need some counterplay before this all goes way south. Check! Didn't expect the check, did you? Triple X. 2587. If he wins this game, he's going to be close to the 2587 again. But I like my chances now. Because I can take a rook. Gimme. I'm not sure if you guys know this, but rook up situations. Pretty good. Pretty good. Carson Superlight saying, has Jan talked about the ruined NBA Finals yet? That's sort of a leading question, as we call it, in the business. No, why ruined? I'm rooting for the Warriors mainly because I have a bet with Grandmaster and Senator Luke Van Valey. He took the Raptors, I took the Warriors. I even gave him odds, which, with hindsight, had I known that Looney and Klay Thompson were gonna get injured, and this guy KD is saying every day, nah, I'd rather stay in the back and troll Drake a bit. Don't put me on the court. I really don't feel like going to practice, and they say I must have one practice before I can join. So had I known all this, I might not have given him odds. But yeah, it looks tough to me. I think missing Looney is a very underrated, big drawback for the Warriors, because without Durant, they can't really play their death lineup with Draymond Green at the 5 and Cousins as a center, or Bogut as a center, are just such big liabilities that I don't see how they're going to be able to defend the Warriors. So unless we get the miracle return of Kevin Looney during the series and they somehow can find enough to win the next game, make it 2-2, then Durant shows up and maybe Looney shows up, it looks to me like the Raptors are favorites at this point. Which is painful, because I need all that Van Valey money to buy diapers. And now My daughter might just have to Donald Duck it for a while. Bishop back to c8. There is some weird line here where they play knight c6 and sacrifice the pawn. I never fully believed in it, but that's because I like pawns. Really taking this pawn on d3 last game was completely insane, by the way, in this game against our Armenian friend. I have to stop overdoing this pawn grabbery, just for effect. Okay, Crackers. He is cracking us up with his moves. These things aren't so bad for black normally. Looks a bit passive. But if you get all the pieces out, my extra tempi, especially the queen on b3, aren't really worth all that much. So I do think it's sort of a playable line. Sort of playable. Now the strong statement. What should I do? Could wait for a move, play some rook d1 or something. Not sure if direct attacks on the king side yield me anything. But there is also the hashtag YOLO theory. Show h7, king h7, knight g5, king g6. Because king g8, queen h3 could be dangerous. But no, I can't get it to work. Sorry, Jan, we thought about it. It did not work. I don't want to exchange queens. Forget about it. It's saying, did not know you were this famous Gustafsson. Or you were this famous comma Gustafsson? Which one is it? As for the position, once again, I'm not doing great. But I have some hopes for checkmate. Give me that. Shaba is asking, is Jan in the top 5 most known Gustafssons? That's an excellent question that I might or might not research, like 7-8 hours per day. That is this guy Alex Gustafsson, who's a famous UFC fighter. And he's single-handedly responsible for my bad reputation as not a fighter in the chess world. Because if you Google Gustafsson fighter, he really takes up all the oxygen. Frankly, if you Google Gustafsson, he's all over the place. So he's clearly number 1. Then what other Gustafssons are there? There's a writer called Lars Gustafsson. He's probably more famous than me. See how full of myself I am? I'm not sure. He's a big writer. 50-50. I'm sure there's like 15 Swedish ice hockey players called Gustafsson, but I don't know them. So I'm not sure. Lightless pointing out Greta Garbo is number 1. But yeah, we don't respect her in the Gustafsson club because she's abandoned us and changed her name from Garbo. From Gustafsson to Garbo. How dare she? Maybe I should change my name. Maybe Garbo doesn't sound quite right. Rook a1 doesn't look quite right because of bishop b4 and I lose the house. Yeah. So, maybe Jan Gardet? It's close enough to Garbo. And Gardet means attacking the queen. Then again, there's already Etienne Gardet, so it wouldn't even be the most famous Gardet. Jan Grabo. Not sure. Jan Garbelt? Jan Googled himself. Jan Smith? Nah, I don't like it. Jan Garbage, that's very hurtful, Voruschi. Fuchsia saying Jan Garlic. Yeah, I like that. I do like garlic, and I like the name. And it would scare away vampires. So yeah, Jan Garlic it is. I could grow some young garlic in my garden. I think we have a winner. Thanks, Fuchsia. F6 looks like a mistake. Let me take a crack at this. Queen under attack and bishop under attack. Lockjaw Jones is saying Jan Garlic sounds like a fake name. 15-year-old puts on a fake ID. Well, technically it would be a fake name. And I'm 26, not 15. So I no longer need a fake ID, even though I still get carded when I pursue any items that require carding. So could be useful to have one just in case. And finally, against Crackers here, we have reached one of my favorite scenarios in chess. Not sure if you guys know this, but I am lethal with an extra rook. And Crackers is probably now doing a bit of a body count. And now that he's aware of the rook situation, he decides to call it a game. Thank you for the game. Zeelandson is saying Jan Garlic is the main export of Yanistan. Nah, it's mainly counterfeit dollar bills. But we could get into the garlic industry as well. I'm not against it. As I said, anything that keeps the island vampire friendly. No, vampire hostile. I'm game with. Let's play more title players that can beat me. Prince C7, an international master of the game of chess. Prince, how do you pronounce it? Bajai from India. And I will play my A game. Bring the knight out. And Jan Christoph Dodo is saying he's only 26. His sense of humor seems much more developed than that. Thanks a lot. That means a lot to me. Yeah, I've mainly been hanging out with older guys. I have like some 29-year-old friends. Sometimes you pick up stuff on their interests, like Rick and Morty and BoJack Horseman and stuff like that. I mainly owe these recommendations to my older friends. So sometimes it's more the company you keep than your physical age. VS85 is saying, is Yanistan a democracy or is it a benevolent dictatorship? It's a democracy, of course. There are votes, very fair votes. Actually, I'm tired of this Yanistan bit. It's time to take the Yaniverse. Yanistan is no longer enough. Our Minister of Attack has mobilized the fleet, the Yani fleet, and it will pay some visits to other islands. Looks like Princey is not here. Sorry, Princey. What else can we talk about? I watched the latest X-Men movie last night, Dark Phoenix. 22% on Rotten Tomatoes. I thought that's a must-see if there's ever been one. And you know what? It wasn't too bad. I don't know, maybe people are tired of the X-Men movies. Felt like every other X-Men movie to me. Had Sophie Turner, aka Sansa Stark, Queen of the North. I don't want to spoil the plot. Then again, it's the same plot as X-Men 2 or X-Men 3. It's the same thing they keep redoing over and over again. But I was entertained, not gonna lie. I always like this back and forth between Charles Xavier and Magneto. And you never know, Charles Xavier, is he getting a little too full of himself? Or is he doing good stuff? Or both? Maybe you can get too full of yourself while doing good stuff. I don't know. I recommend it. Ignore the 22% on Rotten Tomatoes. This was a great movie. X-Men Dark Phoenix. It's maybe a little advanced for me since I'm only 26 years old. And normally X-Men movies are more for like the 30 plus crowd. Because these comic book movies, they have all these deep social references that sometimes fly a little over my head. But still, the part I could understand about, you know, mutants. I think we shouldn't call them mutants, but deserving a place in our society. And just because you're different and stronger and more powerful and more blind than others does not mean that we should exclude you. That was the message I took from it, and it resonated with me. So, highly recommended. X-Men, you probably never heard of that. Dark Phoenix, 22%. Rotten Tomatoes. Some people call them vampires, I'm being told. I don't like vampires. And Gritty Willis is an expert on the topic. He's saying, tired of the constant Phoenix storyline, try something new, Hollywood. Well, they could do the actual Phoenix storyline, but it's probably too dark, too gritty. It involves, some spoilers alert, I'm sure you guys really care. It involves the destruction of the Debaki, is that what they're called? Genocide, including a planet with 4 billion people. Then there is a battle on the moon. I think I could have gone bishop a2, knight c2. But I'm bad at chess. Probably it's too expensive to film on the actual moon. At least that's what I gathered from watching YouTube clips on the moon landing. That they filmed it in some studios. Kidding. I'm not a moon landing denier. Even though I've never been there. What was I talking about? I had Dark Phoenix. It's a bit weird they keep obsessing about that storyline and then they keep trying to dumb it down, isn't it? I'm not really a comic book expert, but I'm trying to gain some street cred here. I won this last game, but it doesn't make me any happier. No offense to Mr. Theory, I'm still steaming. Let's play another strong player, Finding Nemo Dead. Well, I think I've played a lot in Bullet, probably mainly. I know he's good. 2905, that means my 3000 rating is on the line again. Dark Engine is saying, I can't afford premium. That's alright, Dark Engine. Anybody's welcome to watch, but only premium members can challenge. And we're doing this premium show about Norway chess tomorrow with Peter Svidler again. But of course, there's also many free options out there, like the official show. And all them others. Finding Nemo Dead, not here either. Is anybody out there? Jan Gustafsson is saying, I thought Jan was Norwegian for some reason. Well, it's not that wrong. I'm German, but 2/3 of my family are Norwegian. So, even though I still don't speak any Norwegian, but that's mainly because I'm dumb and lazy. I do have some ties to that country. Looks like no one wants to play with me. Maybe they didn't see the first 2 games. They didn't see how vulnerable I am today. Where my patzas at? Jorge Lopez from Mexico. I feel like all my why is there a Mexican on the side, I thought we built a firewall to keep them out material, is too dated at this point. So I just won't repeat it. Simple as that. Jorge Lopez M from Mexico. What does the M stand for? My best guess is Martinez. Also, what's up with the spelling of Jorge? I thought all Jorges were G-E, Jorge. Is that a common spelling? Jorge? Let me know. I will play f3, because I have shown earlier that I do excel in Benoni structures. And f3 you get a good chance of getting some type of Benoni. Is this all some theoretical stuff? I guess so. He's playing it very quickly, confidently. There's probably some sharp attempts to checkmate them by going h4. Knight a5 takes the pawn. Could defend it. Could also defend it like this. I'll go here. b5, so aggressive. Gimme. Did you go to the Maxim Vachila Graf School of Chess, or what is this b5 move? Ah, that's a trick. Jan. This is embarrassing. I think if I keep repeating how embarrassing it is, implying that normally I play so much better, this is just a bad day, so I'm embarrassed by all these blunders. I'm not doing myself any favors. I'm just old, slow, weak, stupid, and lost. We can add lost to the list now. But I'll win this game, because I don't want to lose it. Blundering another knight b3? That would be a crowning achievement, to blunder 2 knight b3s one game. It's a nice trick, by the way. See, here it's in the making. Bishop d4, rook d4, knight b3. There we would have it. Nah, not gonna be able to do it. Can I make a good move for a change? Sounds unlikely. I have a feeling I will blunder another knight b3. Eventually. Our boy is playing well. Not only is he a big trickster, he also has not done anything stupid ever since getting in this trick. So how can I possibly win this game? Flagging? Also unlikely. I'm down to 47 seconds. He has 2 minutes. I don't see a road to victory, frankly. Knight a4 is also a good move. Yeah, blundering the rook didn't help my chances. That's one of the more hopeless losses I've had against in 1900. So yeah, this is a great day for the prideful nation of Afghanistan. I laugh, but I'm sad. Is my rating below 3,000 now? 3,000 is what separates. I don't know. Not the man from the boys. I was still very boyish, even with 3,000 plus. But I'm gonna have to get it back. Damn Apples 444, subscribe with Twitch Prime. Thank you. That makes my 1200 level play very much worth it. D3 looks like a kind move. And the cavalry is coming, finally. Peter, I'm not having a good day at the office. I just lost hopelessly to a 1982 player. I lost to all the title players. And even the games I won, they weren't clean.
Gimme.
What?
Not smooth enough.
Exactly, very unsmooth. Uncouche.
No.
Here he played a3.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But I will make it sensible by playing e5.
Yeah.
Therefore, making b4 a valid option. What have you been up to? Did you enjoy the sunshine?
Not particularly, due to me not actually experiencing any sunshine.
You didn't go outside?
No. What is outside?
Why?
Tell me of that fabled land.
I mean, I know you're from St. Petersburg, where you have like 324 days of sunshine. But here in Hamburg, when we have 25 degrees and sunshine, we take it not as a given, but as a gift. And we go outside. We rush to the 500 ice cafes we have per square meter. It's not clear why, because we never have sunshine. But the Germans, once they catch a ray of light, they're off to the Freibad and to the ice cafe. That's how we handle our business.
Okay. Why did we give away the B7 pawn? Okay,
I'm not really able to make any sensible moves, so don't judge me on that. But you mentioned the B2 pawn, so here we go. And books are nice. Saying 500 ice cafes per square meter sounds a bit extreme. Did I say square meter? No, that'd be crazy. I meant square kilometer. For those of you that don't know what a kilometer is, it's like 0.7 miles. If you had like a system that multiplied things by 100 or 1,000 instead of 0.29, you would know.
Yeah, imperial measurements.
Metric system shaming, that's what we're all about.
Yes.
A 100 meter? They've probably heard of 100 meters. Even in the US, no?
Well, in the context of the track and field.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's your position on this new high school phenom that ran the track and field in 998, I believe, and who is white? Do you think he's getting so much attention because of he's white, or he's just a spectacular runner?
I was not aware of any of that, so I will not proffer an opinion.
Wow.
I have this very strict policy of not proffering an opinion on something I don't consider myself to be a specialist in. Which is why
why you don't have any opinions on anything.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Which is why you never hear me proffering an opinion. It's a very good policy. I heartily recommend it to anyone.
Huh? But is your policy in private different from your policy while there's literally tens of people watching?
Somewhat different, but not strikingly different, no.
Wow. Is that because you want to avoid conflict, or because you feel that it's indecent to speak on topics?
Not indecent.
We don't know.
Not indecent necessarily, but just kind of you're just increasing the level of white noise. I mean, there's enough of white noise.
That was my question. Is this runner just white noise?
What's his name?
I don't know.
If his name is Noise, then definitely the answer is yes. But if his name is not Noise, then is whoa.
Well, I don't. I not know his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't work.
Chessbay is doing what she does best, gifting subs.
Wow.
In channels. Thanks very much, Chessbay, and congrats to all the people who now have subs to Chess24. Chessbay is a bay.
I still don't know how Twitch works, and it's a bit embarrassing. I keep saying this. What happens if you gift someone a sub? Is that like half a Subway sandwich you share with them, or then they're forced to watch more Chess24 on the channel? Like, how does it work? Honest question.
Well, it's a 1 month subscription that costs nothing to the person who is being gifted one. Obviously, it's a very very nice and
free gift.
Yeah, it's a very nice and generous thing to do, and
thank you.
Chessbay is very famous for it as well. So yeah,
okay.
we're very happy to have you here, and somebody should give her a sword. I don't have sword giving powers, but if somebody is actually listening to this who can give Chessbay a sword, I think giving her a sword would be a very very good policy.
I don't know what giving the sword stands for. It's like on Twitch, I have a sword, right? Do I have a sword?
You do have a sword, yeah. Even I probably have a sword by this point, but I don't think I can.
I misspelled sword. That sort of ruined my great attempt at wordplay.
Yeah, and Chessbay says funny guy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I wish I could type. Did I win material or lose? I was hoping I would.
Well, you were winning material in the previous move, but Knight takes f8 has not been played in reply to your brilliant Bishop f7, so we are now doing...
Wow, Queen g6.
Yeah, that's a
missed that one too.
Pretty decent move, actually, yeah. You're being overrun by people who are extremely strong at chess today, yeah.
It's a tough day at the office. That's because I really want to get out there and hit the local ice cafes.
Yeah, who can blame you?
Well, the users for being cheated out of any decent chess content for starters.
Do you really think this is what they're tuning in for when we stream?
And in your case, it's part of it. In my case, they're probably disillusioned by now. But yeah, today is, and I keep saying it's a particularly bad day. Sometimes I feel like at least I should try to explain what's going on the chessboard, and maybe, yeah, give some thought processes. But today there are just no thoughts.
Yeah, thoughts. What are they good for? And the answer obviously is absolutely nothing.
I don't know. Aren't thoughts a big part of what makes us human?
Yeah, people in chat know where it's at. Well, you can make that argument, but I never really bought into that whole philosophy.
Since I didn't get the reference, and I don't think it's a cricket reference, my second theory is something British.
You honestly don't know where this is from?
Thoughts? No.
No, the whole absolutely.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Really? The problem is I will now horribly misname who this is. Like, okay, chat, tell us who sang that originally.
I don't know.
It's not Thoughts originally, obviously. It's War. Ooh. Ah. Edwin Starr, yeah, exactly. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. And so on. But, yeah.
Ah, you changed the words.
I did change the words somewhat, but not... I changed a word, not the words.
Fair enough. Who's Edwin Starr?
Edwin Starr is a person who's saying...
Some rapper?
He's a person who's saying war. Ooh, ah. Absolutely nothing.
Gotcha.
I think he... Once again, I'm probably insulting a very, very famous performing artist, but I have a feeling he is a...
I've never heard of Edwin Starr.
Yeah.
But, as I'm sure has been discussed previously, I don't have much of a music taste. I try every 5 years to get a new music taste. I listen to all the cool alternative rock bands, whatever they're called. The Arctic Monkeys, the Vampire Weekends, the Strokes. Probably all these references are already 20 years old because I haven't tried for a while. And then they all sound very similar to me. Kings of Leon, all that stuff. And I think, ugh, maybe music is not for me. And then I think that might make me a sociopath because most normal people enjoy music. Then I think, if I think it might make me a sociopath, I might not be a sociopath.
Yeah, there's always this catch-24.
So that's like my normal morning.
Catch-24 situation, yeah. Also, you should probably pay attention during this game, right?
Why?
What's your score against Shelling Ford? Mine, I think, is a huge minus.
No, I normally crush him. But he seems to know what he's doing here. Well, I, as usual, don't really. So I'll just chicken it up. I'm sure long castles is critical. But I want the kings opposite each other. So he can't advance his g-pawn. He advances his f-pawn. Very daring.
Yeah.
I don't want his f-pawn to come any closer. So, I also don't want a horsey here.
Come close and listen.
Sit back, collaborate and listen. Nando the Relentless, do you like the Coldplays, Jan? Not really. At some point, I think Team Vichy, they were heavily into Coldplay. So in the very old days, when PH was still on Team Vichy, he would always be updated on Coldplay news. The main thing I know about Coldplay is that the guy, what's his name, Chris Martin? He's married to Gwyneth Paltrow.
Exactly, and this is kind of this.
Is he involved in the business?
It ruins Coldplay forever for me, even if it's.
That's what I mean. It's confusing.
Yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow is.
Nothing against Pepper Potts, but she seems to be a controversial figure these days with her store, no? Like,
yeah,
she's selling weird stuff.
They were divorced like.
Speaking of which, check out the Chess24 merch store. You get great stuff for great.
They were
great
divorced
things.
like 8 years ago, apparently, says Chess Bay.
See, that's my pop culture news are as up to date as my music references.
Yeah, she's married to someone else now. Well, good for Chris.
Wow. For someone who is so polite all the time, you're really throwing Gwyneth Paltrow under the bus there. Gwyneth, if you're watching, big fan.
Yeah.
Loved Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, I didn't mind. She is good in that universe, but are we winning by force now? Feels like we're kind of winning. If we play a3, we kind of winning on the board, but we also might have some tactics, right?
Winning on the board as opposed
Okay.
to what, a3, queen, d4? I don't understand.
Takes knight b5. I think we're positioned.
Ah, you know,
we're
boring
just-
stuff. But rook f6, d4 is always hanging. Yeah.
Yeah, which is why I want to shift the queen away
Okay.
first. Yeah, I understand it's a bit boring, but yeah, I think it's a good move. So let's make it. Although there's bishop a6 in the end there, yeah, I'm a patzer.
You've ruined my beautiful position.
I am so very sorry. We can take on the
Finally, drink.
Yeah. I can be relied on to provide drinks for the community by incessantly apologizing for things which are not my fault.
How is this not your fault?
Nothing is ever my fault.
Wow.
Well, unless we're talking about my marriage, then everything is always my fault.
Wow. Is that your opinion or your wife's opinion?
I've, by this point, completely assimilated this opinion, and I feel very at home with it.
I want to trick him somehow. Can I trick him? I don't see tricks.
Queen h4 looks very promising, but
It's
it
not a
might
trick.
Yeah. But then again, like, why are we... I don't know. You choose.
It's not my strong suit. That's my calculating noise.
Yeah. Even taking everything on the 8 and going queen e3 appears to be very, very strong, but I'm not insisting.
Okay, we'll play your move.
And what's the reply to cd4 again?
It's your move. Don't ask me these things.
Knight b... Yeah, I'm not sure.
Horsey?
Horsey bishop... Yeah, bishop a6 b4 might be strong, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know.
Before or after? Come on, something's gotta drop at some point.
Yeah,
no?
no,
Like,
this cannot possibly be correct. Yeah, rook a just wins, yeah. Schellingford has flown too close to the sun finally and will now.
funny, I was just spent the last hour discussing Dark Phoenix. Speaking of flying too close to the sun. Good movie. 22% on Rotten Tomatoes. It should have been at least like 34%. I enjoyed it. I don't understand it with these
Is that the one you
superhero
went to
movies.
see yesterday, or?
Yeah. It was X-Men. Yeah, thanks. I got it. But I'll still stare at it. Rook or
Exactly,
not rook? Rooks.
What are they good for? Or what?
I like rooks.
Yeah, rooks are strong. Especially when they are completely unopposed due to them being extra rooks. I know the
It's
themes
a
of
topic
this.
I've been
Yeah,
researching a bit, yeah.
I know the themes of this stream quite well.
That's good stuff. Zwischenschach.
Yes.
Come on, Schellingford. It's a little disrespectful. You might have been watching the show, so I'm not strongly complaining, but
I found a way for us to lose in 2 moves. We can go knight e2, rook e7, king f2. Probably we should not be doing that. But knight e2 in general is a good move. Just don't go king f2 next move. Please? No, rook c1 is quite good, yeah.
King f1 also might lose.
Yeah, just don't do any of those things.
So tempting.
I know,
I feel
but...
very self-destructive today.
Yeah. Do you guys have Instagram? No, I'm not on Instagram, and I don't think Gusti is, but...
I will soon. I'm planning to become an influencer. So I feel it has to be done.
God, I hate that word. For some reason, I hate that word with a passion.
I don't know. I think influencer is cool. I don't like the word entrepreneur.
Mate in 5, please?
Mate in 5.
Yeah, let's go, rook c7. Yeah, come on.
Come on, what? Come on, Bert.
That as well, yeah. Why? Because you want to do it in 5, yeah? Okay.
You said mate in 5.
Okay. Bishop 6 should have already won extra. Yeah, you could have.
I can't count. And thanks for the game, Schellingford. And yeah, sorry for the Svidler cheating. Not too sorry. What are we discussing? Are we discussing comic book movies? Because my general point I want to make is I'm very confused by comic book movies' Rotten Tomatoes ratings. Normally every new Marvel movie gets like 94%, and then I think finally, we have the godfather of comic book movies. And then you see 2 CGI panthers or whatever fighting in a dark tunnel, and you're confused. And then there's a perfectly good movie like X-Men Dark Phoenix that only gets 22%. It's very confusing. Feels like all these Fox vehicles, they're not as beloved as the Marvel vehicles. I think Fox holds the rights to certain Marvel characters like the Fantastic Four or the X-Men. But in the future, in the wonderful new Marvel universe, they will all be united.
And Chesbay says, bots, Jan. There are corporate bots paid for by large corporations. This is a theme of many a discussion between the two people you see on the screen right now.
This is a pirate program. We stick it to the man here. Also, the DC movies, I think they're deservedly normally trashed by critics, but the universal praise, I'm not saying they're bad. I enjoy a lot of the Marvel movies, like Thor Ragnarok, hilarious. But that it's always in the 90s. I'm very confused.
Let go.
What?
The pawn on c5 has not been let go yet.
Yeah, because it's wrong. It should go here.
Okay. And people are saying Endgame is genuinely good, though. I do not agree. I do not agree with that.
Didn't we watch it together?
Yeah.
Didn't we watch it with a top 2 world chess world player? Brag. I don't know, it was 3 hours, and I started checking my phone, like, within the first hour, how long this is gonna last.
Yeah,
I wasn't into it.
I truly don't understand people who think Endgame is some kind of a modern classic. You still watch it because you want to kind of know how they will quote-unquote wrap things up and explain things, and for sort of completeness sake and due to...
Knight of 3 looks wrong here, Max. Jordan Dooley, I was with you till here, but normally if you go H4, you want to follow it up with some aggressive stuff, like, I don't know, G4 or something.
Even Bishop B5 may have been, but you keep the option of G4. It's very important to keep the option of G4, because now you, with Knight on F3, you can no longer chase our bishop around.
Yeah, to come back to Endgame, maybe it's because I've never studied the Endgame that I couldn't get all the references here, but it's being said that you have to understand the references. I think we're both enough pop culture nerds that we'll catch some of them, but I still wasn't into it. And my general problem is, if there's the talking raccoon on his spaceship, which I enjoy, but then don't tell me about the big emotional stakes 5 minutes later when, I'm not gonna spoil it, but something happens to other character. I can't really buy into both these worlds. Still, I'm all for as Guardians of the Galaxy. I hope it happens.
Yeah.
There's some Chernobyl questions. I haven't seen it yet. You've seen it, or
I've seen 3.5 out of 5, and I now have the last one, and I've been kind of postponing the watching of it, but I will watch it today or tomorrow or something. Yeah, and my second for the Grand Classic, Kirill Alexeyenko, he enjoyed Endgame, I think, the most of all the people in the theater there, because he said he watched every single movie in that universe. You may have missed one or two. I think he was very certain that he watched every single one, and for him it was like the completion of a journey. But even though I sort of understand that point, I still felt that there were lots of movies in that universe which were better. And that one was very meh.
I think I've missed very few, actually. I missed Thor. Or Thor? Do you say Thor?
No, I don't. For preference.
I also would normally miss Bishop G4, H7, Bishop H7, but I've done this so many times by now that not today. That's what we say to the Lord of Death. I think Thor: The Dark World is the only one I've missed.
No, I probably missed 2 or 3. I haven't seen Captain Marvel, and I missed some.
You're not missing much there.
And I missed something else. I would need to consult the list and kind of scroll back in my head a little
Let's
bit.
do it. Do you watch Iron Man 2?
Yes, pretty sure I watched all the Iron Mans. Okay.
Is this the list?
Yeah, it seems like the list. So I think I probably missed the second Ant-Man. I missed Captain Marvel for sure.
Oh, I didn't watch Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's true.
And from that list,
Let's go through one by one. Iron Man, 2008, seen it.
Yeah.
Incredible Hulk, 2008, seen it. Iron Man 2, seen it. Thor, seen it. Captain America, the first Avenger, yeah, fighting them Hydra guys, seen it. Marvel's The Avengers, seen it. Iron Man 3, seen it. Shane Black movie, underrated.
let's not lose on time here.
Who cares? Thor: The Dark World, have not seen it. Captain America: The Winter Soldier. That's one of those where they say it's the best movie ever made, which it's fine, but I was surprised. Guardians of the Galaxy,
Sure.
good stuff.
We saw it together actually during Tromsø Olympiad.
Very true. I'll be boring. Avengers: Age of Ultron, horrible movie, but seen it. Ant-Man.
What?
Come on, I'm not paying any attention. Seen it. Captain America: Civil War, seen it.
Seen it, yeah.
Doctor Strange, seen it.
Regret it, but seen it, yeah. Yeah, second Guardians, seen it. Spider-Man: Home. I may have missed Homecoming.
I watched it, it's decent.
I have seen the Spider-Verse, but I may have missed the Homecoming. I've seen Ragnarok, I've seen Black Panther, I've seen Infinity War. Yeah, I think I missed the second Ant-Man, and I definitely missed Captain Marvel.
Seen that one. I watched Endgame. So yeah, I'm down 2.
And I'm probably down 3, yeah. And yeah,
Shameful.
Kirill watched the entire thing, and he may have even rewatched some things in the preparation for watching Endgame. So he felt quite strongly it was a cathartic moment for him too.
That's nice. I didn't pay much attention to our rook situation.
Well, you could have played Knight B3 and you would have had more rooks instead of fewer rooks. But
Normally I prefer more rooks.
yeah, you just kind of waltzed right past the idea of having a full extra rook there. But why not?
Sorry. Alright, now let's rank them. Number 1, Thor Ragnarok. Number 2, Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
What?
It's a funny movie.
The first one is just so much better.
No, the second one was great.
Oh,
Number 3,
who are you? And what have you done to Jan Gustafsson?
I've watched all the Marvel movies but one. I'm always bitterly disappointed, but I would think, here's my money. Please make it in 3D so I can't see anything, get a headache, and you charge me twice the money. Give me.
Oh,
I'm an expert on rooks.
yeah, but you could have picked it up later after picking up the queen first.
It's all dropping like a wasp. And where was my ranking? I'm ranked 2 movies so far.
You lost me at Guardians of the Galaxy 2 being better than the first one.
Yeah,
Second one is full of pathos and things.
exactly. It has a heart, a beating heart.
Oh,
Starts with a gorgeous dance sequence by this little bird.
possibly a bleeding heart is what it has, yeah. No.
Who's voicing the tree again? Who says I am Groot? Is it Vin Diesel?
I think it is, yeah.
And we have Pramod MVS, one of the world's premier authorities.
On everything. Has he asked you about parenting an infant yet? Because he did ask me, and I told him to consult you on this topic. So I'm doing this on his behalf. Give him important.
What do you want to know, Pramod?
Give him important life tips on parenting
Sure.
an infant. Start.
No, I need more direct questions. Like, I don't know about Pramod's situations. I'm trying to be an absentee dad because I feel the less of your poison that you inflict on your child, the better.
Okay. And this obviously, if we're not contained, I might start quoting Philip Larkin again, and then CPK will magically appear in chat and ban me. So let's not do that.
Sergei Rachmaninov is bringing up a good question. Speaking of superheroes, who's your favorite Batman? Adam West, Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Christian Bale, or Ben Affleck? I'm old enough that I've lived through all these Batmans. I'm aware Adam West was somewhat before my time, but when I was like 10, 11 years old, I was living in Spain. And the 2 TV programs I would watch on a weekly basis, I have very tough parents, very tough childhood, were Gol a Gol, which was a football program, and the classic Batman series from whenever it was, from the 60s, I guess, where Batman and Robin are beating up villains, and there's all these kazong, boom. on the screen. So, having said all that, Christian Bale is the Batman of my generation.
Yeah, actually, I've seen this discussion somewhere recently, and people were adamant that it's either Adam West for people old enough to have seen Adam West, or clearly Michael Keaton.
No.
And I actually like Bale. I thought Bale was good in that role, and there is a great subset of people who absolutely hate Bale with a passion as Batman. I don't really understand why.
No, he's very in American Psycho mode, portraying it as an empty vessel sociopath to whom, mainly Bruce Wayne, not Batman, to whom none of this stuff means anything. But frankly, I think that Keaton did the same thing. Keaton is so weird as Bruce Wayne that I believe he's just saying, yeah, this guy, Bruce Wayne, he's just not comfortable in his skin. He's faking all these social interactions. So I believe there's a similar school of Batman-y between these two, which obviously is very different from Adam West or Affleck or Val Kilmer. So I would guess, yeah, Bale and Keaton are 1 and 2 on my list, and Adam West for growing up with them. And yeah, Clooney's stint is not remembered very fondly, I think.
And yeah, Robert Pattinson is not expected to be great, although who knows.
This is probably all theory, right? As usual, I'm rusty on the details.
I think you're supposed to, after Castles, I used to play this.
Me too.
Christ. Yeah, takes, and I think Bishop G7 and Castles is what they... No. I mean, this is... Why do I not remember even the first 3 moves in this position? I spent so much time in the late 2000s clicking this, and actually...
No, what people did was Bishop G7, Knight D7, Knight D7.
Bishop D6,
Bishop D6 business.
No, but that's with the pawn on
Well,
H5.
H5?
Yeah, we should have gone H5 somewhere. Yeah, because
No,
this is
H5 here is a move.
yeah.
So is Rook G8 or Knight B7.
This is the scene of one of my all-time favorite games. The one I played against Grishuk in Mexico, in the world. Well,
I'm not sure what I was doing was wrong. I'm sure it's been played.
no, I mean everything has been played here. Yeah, G3 probably just wins here, right? Seems kind of strong.
Looks unpleasant.
Yeah. That game is bringing it back to chess for like 3 seconds, and I will make people drink in a moment. But that game against Grishuk is quite something. Would require searching, but if you haven't seen it, people, it really is a very, very exciting game. And in those years when you couldn't really...
Did you lose it? I feel you would only brag about it if you lost or draw it.
No, it was eventually a draw, yeah.
Okay. Chaos Paul resigns because this is
Yeah, it's just unstoppable. Yeah.
tough.
Yeah. In those years, like the machines were strong, but not as strong as they are now. And I remember I spent a very, very exciting couple of days, even after the game, just analyzing it for magazine annotations, because a lot of people wanted to know what was going on there. And I remember it was incredibly interesting and incredibly difficult to understand, even with the help of engines.
We had a perfectly decent conversation about the best Marvel movies and the best Batman, and now you bring us all down by talking about chess games.
Yeah, will not be repeated for the duration of my presence in this studio. I will have to depart.
No, that wasn't meant as a way to...
I was not
kick you
insulted
out.
or anything, but my boy is showing up in about 10 minutes.
But this is a Grunfeld theoretical position.
It is, yeah. Let's go. Mm-hmm. I actually played the Grishuk, the Carlson Grishuk line in my banter. So if Rook C1 happens, let's continue. Yeah, let's go Bishop G4.
We keep discussing this.
Yeah,
I'm more of a Rook D8 person myself.
So am I, but I thought it's very topical. So let's go.
All right, one trick pony. He's a FIDE master.
Why do you keep bringing this up?
Because people can't see it on the screen.
Yes.
First of all, because the screen is all messed up, but secondly, it's not displayed here. So I like to inform people about the titles of my opponents.
Fair enough. 97. No, B5. Sorry. I'm losing my mind here for a second.
But 97 is what Grishuk played against Kramnik.
Yeah, and he repented later.
Turn Teasy is saying, is it true that Jan is the German version of Conan O'Brien? There's some similarities, I guess, in if you take the chiseled physique.
Yes, it's very important to pronounce it with the sh sound in front, so that you can
the impeccable hair.
And then you can later claim it's all the for chisel reference and not the actual
Chisel.
Not the actual chiseled physique, which.
But I think of myself more as the Andy Richter of Germany. Then again, Andy Richter is probably already the Andy Richter of Germany.
Bishop f3, yeah.
Maybe I'm more of the Jordan Schlansky of Germany. That's a good point. I do go on some Jordan Schlansky YouTube deep dives once in a while.
Who's that?
I can relate. Jordan Schlansky's title is, I'm not sure, not executive producer, but he's a producer on the Conan O'Brien show.
Oh,
and
Second Tifote Conato.
He's weird.
Yeah, we like weird.
Woodstock 37 is saying the Swedish German. Indeed, Andy Richter, the Swedish German. I will know. You will know. I should have told you. Yeah, and this one I figured. This is all like a preparation battle still against One Trick Pony.
This is what the machine spews at you. I'm not sure about this move. It went Queen E3 mainly. I think we play Queen A3.
I want to keep queens if I can.
Yeah.
Maybe
Queen A5 actually. Yeah. We want to start developing that knight because we need to get the pieces out. And after Queen A3 castles, Knight A6 would still be impossible because of Rook A1. Yeah, now we can do it. I'm still
That's some sort of chess content right there.
Completely unsure this is any good.
Associate producer, yeah, I couldn't think of the word associate. It's being pointed out that Conan is very tall. I'm not sure Conan is taller than me.
He might be, although not very few people are, but Conan might be one of those people.
I think we're both 6'4". If we switch to Americanization. While I blunder Bishop F1.
But maybe, yeah, it's bad.
Why didn't you tell me?
I did not see it. I would have told you to play Knight C5 anyway. Yeah, we are kind of in trouble here. Rook A4, I mean, there's no choice. Yeah, and Tega's design says Conan 193, which is 6'4".
So am I.
Yeah, so both of you
Maybe I am the German Conan.
So you are both taller than me.
No, I think you're taller than me. You just didn't get a fair measurement for a while.
Yeah.
Are you taller?
No,
I don't know. We're similar, no?
I'm 190. Yeah, let's go Knight C5 and pretend we have the blockade. Yeah, Knight C5, Rook C8, and then... Oh no, I'm blundering Bishop H3 again. Yeah. We're just so completely dead here. Oh dear.
We're in trouble.
Oh dear. I'll fight you with my bare hands.
Why exactly?
No, we're not busted anymore.
The people are asking how tall is Magnus. He's like 181, 182, like a normal-sized human.
No, come on.
Yes?
He's taller than that.
No.
I feel very, very, what's the word? Encouraged to leave this corner of the studio to go look it up. I'm sure his Wikipedia page actually. Yeah, I keep on forgetting you can do it during your banters because I always feel very. What's the word? Ashamed.
Well, the thing is, I had this conversation with Magnus where I asked him, how tall are you? And he said like 181. So I feel that might give me some information, but let's Google.
Yeah, it says 180, but it just doesn't... I honestly would have lost a decent amount of money in him being at least 185.
Now you tell me.
Freedom units, please. 5'10". Actually, 5'11". we're still in trouble, but maybe knight d6, knight
Too much
b5
trouble.
or
No,
something.
we can horse around a bit.
Yeah.
3, 5, knight b5, d6.
That probably should be avoided.
Yeah, you can start with d6 if he's annoying.
I think we might be semi-okay-ish if he does that. e6, knight c3, bishop c4. Yeah, okay.
Semi-okay-ish. That's a triple hedge.
Yeah, I like my hedges. If there's a bustle in your hedgerow, don't be alarmed now. It's just a sprinkling for a makelin queen or something. I can't speak English.
Force a draw saying can't give a proper number by around 5-6, I would guess. Or 180? No, that's like 5-11? I don't know. This pawn is sort of...
Why did you go knight b5 though? With knight on f5, we would have been slightly in a slightly better shape to deal with it.
Now you tell me.
Yeah. Now I do tell you. Yeah, let's go knight d6. If he goes e7, he loses. Maybe he decides to be quick.
Sometimes you have to take a step back to take 2 forward. But if he goes e7 now, he wins, no?
It's regrettable, but I mean, life is unfair like that. Maybe knight e8. I mean, it's kind of saddening, but...
Also, if he goes e7...
Okay, king g7.
Then
yeah.
the rook.
Yeah, blame me on everything. Yeah.
Okay, that's not even the question. But still sad.
It is very, very sad.
So sad. Can I at least get the pawn for the horsey?
I don't see how. I mean, we can go king g7, rook a7, king f6, but yeah, that doesn't help. There's rook. No, that loses. There's rook f8, yeah. Rook f8, yeah, and then rook f7.
I will resign if he does that. I promise. Good job, one trick pony.
Yeah, that was a good game by our opponent and a less good game by us. And also, it seems like
it was a good game.
It feels like this is maybe someone who watched my video and decided that I was full of it. Not really a brag when somebody clearly disagrees with what I said in the video and also was able to prove I was wrong. So I don't know how much of a brag that is, but we'll see.
What time is it? It's way past my bedtime. So this is the last game du jour against Mausilein. Who wins this one won all the games today.
Okay.
So I will put all my marbles in the Mora Gambit basket.
Thanks again, Chess Bay, and we will get on the sword thing at some point, but as mentioned.
So Chess Bay is like Twitch's Santa Claus?
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow.
Only without the...
Only real?
Only real and without the horrible implications.
What are the horrible implications?
Well, I mean...
Don't ruin Santa Claus for me.
Why ask the question then?
I'm not aware of them. Bishop g5 looks like a properly bad move.
Yeah, I don't know what this is all about, to be honest. But okay.
Any other move, rook d1.
Yeah, even bishop takes c6, frankly, but... Yeah, it's not too late.
It's a bit late. This is not how the Mora Gambit is supposed to be played.
No. But still...
Or chess.
Yeah. But are we bothered?
I'm very bothered at this point. But there is more than one question about the horrible Santa Claus implications.
Well, I mean, crawling into people's houses in the dark of night, you know, to... There is a...
What is it with this PC culture nowadays? What can you do? You can't crawl into people's houses in the dark of night anymore? If that's wrong, I don't want to know what's right.
Yeah. It's an acceptable viewpoint. I'm not going to argue very hard against it, but...
You're not going to argue very hard against that?
Yeah.
Okay, those implications don't sound too bad. Do your kids still believe in Santa Claus? Do you make up stories they just left?
We used to until...
Do you celebrate Santa or Christmas actually?
Well, it's not Christmas, but we do have a very Santa Clausy character showing up on New Year's Eve, yeah. And we kept the thing going until I think they were about 9. And then I made a mistake of leaving the Google search for. I basically there was some mishap and we couldn't actually buy what they asked for, and we had to buy something else. So we thought it would be a good idea to write them a letter from Santa Claus, sort of informing them that the demand has come in a bit too late and cannot be fulfilled. You're not going to be happy about this one.
No, I'm very happy.
Oh, oh dear. What the hell is happening here? Oh.
What's wrong?
I just feel very put upon by events today. So basically, I researched. I wanted a proper Santa Claus stamp on that letter. So I researched Santa Claus stamp.
Wow, Queenie 5, that feels like you're letting me off the hook a bit here. Like maybe Horsey first. Threaten check.
Horsey first?
We have one and then
Yeah.
takes.
Yeah,
I was a bit worried.
Horsey first was kind of good.
Well, now my great technique will take over. And we'll be in fantastic.
So I printed out this really beautiful Santa Claus letter with the signature and the stamp and everything, and I left the Google search results up on the computer where the kids could see it, and they came to us kind of not even exactly in tears or anything, but like they were sort of happy in a weird sort of way that they finally caught us at a lie, and they said we saw you Googling for this. It's not an actual Santa Claus letter. Wow. And that was the end of that. Which should basically teach all of us, if we don't know this by now, that leaving Google search results up in your household is fraught with danger.
And for those of you out there that believe in Santa Claus, I'm with you. Just because Peter likes to fake being Santa Claus does not mean he does not exist. How am I going to win this game? It won't be easy.
It will not be particularly straightforward now. Well, unless you can make like 150 moves from here, then he might lose on time. But apart from that...
It's very hard to make progress. I will, of course, play this for a loss.
Yeah. We are now kind of thoroughly busted, but actually maybe...
I'm aware. F6 is also playing well. Come on, Mousy Line. What's going on here? I'm not gonna flag here. No, it all looks bad.
Lorinda says, after the rook ending description the other day, I don't see how this can fail. That is fair. The two of us and the rook endings are best friends. BFFs forever. And I'm aware that BFF already includes the word forever, before you start flaming me on that point.
And why do you say it?
I like the redundancy. Triple redundancy is how humans are built. Otherwise, we would kind of, what's the word, collapse in a heat constantly.
Not following. Speaking of I like the redundancy, there's a question if I watched John Wick 3. Of course I did. I enjoyed it. It's not must watch, but it was fine.
And True Smog says, SMHing my head right now. Well
Why?
Played, sir. Well played.
That's redundant.
And Gambito 2020 says, sorry guys, Google says Santa is the parents. No! How could you?
I'm starting to feel he's actually making thoughtful moves or something.
Yeah, it should not be allowed.
Why am I lost now? I played so well.
You got so far. But in the end...
We've come so far.
No, people should not be allowed to play this well.
That's another thing. But I'm not sure if they know about the rich cultural tradition. First of all, I've studied Sevi Andreev, so I do know a thing or two about this very position. Secondly,
I don't like what you're doing here.
you don't like Rook G8?
No. I feel like it's a mistake in the making. And also, I didn't like your previous move, but now you might...
Which one?
That was a very conservative decision by our opponent there.
Yeah, it was solidly played. Draw. So I think who wins the last one wins them all. Since we drew, I drew them all, which is still probably gonna turn out as a profit for today's session. Yeah, good game.
Yeah, quite well played by our opponent, who it feels like at some point decided that our torture is not prolonged enough if he just wins on move 20 and decided to play a better endgame instead. But
That was good stuff.
it always is.
So what did we learn today? Let's sum up. I've been told that you should, at the beginning of the video, tell people what you will talk about, then talk about it, and then sum it up. So today we've learned
Very solid advice.
absolutely nothing about chess. But we have learned that the best Marvel movie is actually Thor Ragnarok, that the best Batman is Christian Bale. We have learned that Peter Svidler is Santa Claus.
We have learned that, yes.
Those are my takeaways. What else?
That has been well established. Also, while you were here struggling, I have learned that a 7-7 Pogorog on 4 is very strong. I mean, Pogo Hopper, not... Yeah, I can't speak. Anyway, thanks for watching. We assume you have learned a great deal, and we have just listed all the things you have learned in this stream. And there will be more learning possible tomorrow at 5 p.m. when we shall... What shall we do?
Now we're doing the Norway chess thingy. Hang on, let me tell people about it. Because they can join us, but it's a premium only show, so this is basically going to be an ad. And if I manage to bring up the ad space,
Yeah,
then
and
we can show people the bonus codes.
Ulti Optima with the all-important question. Do we know if the cooking show is being streamed?
Which cooking show? The Norway chess thingy?
Yeah.
I saw some pictures on Twitter. I think Vishy won, no?
Vishy keeps on winning these things, right? I think last year he won with Ding, and this year he wins again, yeah? Vishy is good at this cooking
He
thing.
won with MVL.
Ah, yeah. And
He's French.
French are...
French are born chefs.
Yeah. French are the best cooks and also the best lovers, we are being informed.
By whom? By French?
By French mainly, yeah.
So yeah, we have the show. There's bonus codes for 1 month and 1 month extra. You can use the bonus code Norway minus 2019 minus trial. Costs whatever, costs $9.99. You get a free month giving you access to all of Peter Svidler's very educational and entertaining videos and all the other videos as well. And you can join us in our great program if you wanna go the full Monty and pursue an annual membership. Then the bonus code Norway minus 2019 gets you 3 extra months. And there is also the hoodie thingy. Where's the hoodie thingy? This one, the hoodie you requested. For guys that go for an annual
I would
membership.
say
No?
politely inquired. I don't think requested does it justice.
You clearly requested it.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's it for today. I want to apologize for Peter ruining all the chess. I was playing great chess until he came and distracted me with all the pop culture nonsense. So yeah, tomorrow I hope I can stop him from doing so in Norway chess coverage. And give the people what I want, which is good chess analysis. I can't promise, but I will do what I can. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Yeah.
See you then.
Bye-bye.